Hey y'all, greetings, welcome. It's been a minute, but guess what? We are definitely back. And you know what? It feels so good to be back here with you all. Listen here, before we get into the celebrity news, get your late night celebrity gossip fix with Queen Tulsa After Dark. Join us as we dish on all the latest news with Child, we got Tina Knowles out here. They got divorced from her husband. Rest in peace to Beat King. He's a Houston music artist and he went to glory. We have Michael Bolden coming out and defending, what is that? Meek Mill. It's Meek Mill is doing a lot. Let me just say that first. Meek Mill is doing a lot. I mean, remember the viral video? We saw him bouncing around like a bunny when he was over at his Caucasian friend's um, house. And we've got Young Miami, we've got Saucy Santana, Carisha. I mean, we got a whole list of celebrities. And guess what? We've got all the juicy details, so don't miss out. Watch now for all the entertainment news you need. I need you all to hashtag Queen City After Dark and listen here. We are going to head on over to Queen City and get right on up into it. Let's go. All right, and we are right on back. Thank you all so much for coming right on back. We are here. Shout out to the neighborhood talk because they reported this. RIP Houston rap legend B King has passed away at 39 years old. The neighborhood talk says a neighbor's rap legend B King has sadly passed away, as confirmed by his manager, sending prayers to his friends and family. Oh, wow. So here's the statement. Today, August 15th, 2024, we have lost Club Godzilla. Beat King has been the best part of the club for over a decade. He has produced and worked with so many artists that his sound will forever live. He loved his daughters and club. God parenting, his music, and his fans. We will love him forever. All right, let's get into these comments. Diamond says, "Oh no, he was a great friend, so talented." Someone else says, "He was always so nice. Such a vibe. Rest in paradise." Someone says, "RIP 39 is young. Damn, RIP. Whoa, that's wild. Bro, what the F? Wow, RIP, bro." So somebody put the dubs in there. Someone says, "Oh no." We got prayer hands, emojis, rest in peace. So sad. Someone said, "He's gone. Please repent, all of you, before it's too late. Turn back to Jesus Christ while you are reading this. It's too late for him. Turn away from the demonic lifestyle that he lived, also calling himself a God. God will not be mocked, lest ye represent, ye shall all likewise perish." Luke 13:3. Okay. Oh, somebody says, shut up. All right. Well, listen here. What are you guys' thoughts on that? I mean, he was an artist. He definitely brought a lot to the community, and a lot of people liked him. Y'all, give me 1 second. All right, and we are back. Are you all able to hear me? Please let me know in the chat if you are able to hear me. Please let me know if you are able to hear me. Okay. So, as I was stating earlier about Michael Rubin, pretty much, Michael Rubin says there's not a gay bone in Meek's Mill's body. Okay, get into it. And shout out to our friends over at Media Takeout. They reported this. Mill was hit with a swarm of jokes about his alleged relationship with Sean Diddy Combs after being mentioned in Rodney Lil Rod Jones' lawsuit, where he alluded to Meek being Diddy's lover. Meek denied the claims in the lawsuit, but on Meek's social media, fans still continue to still hit comments with homophobic Diddy jokes. Speaking to the Breakfast Club, Michael Rubin, who is close with Meek, responded to the allegations, mentioning the infamous video of Meek bunny hopping for him at one of his white parties. Okay. Now get up into this because it gets a little bit more nefarious as we go along. When I see the narrative of a really good friend of mine like Meek, and people are trying to, again, if he was gay, which there's no one gay bone in his body, who cares? Number one. If people want to be gay, it's 2024. Who the F cares? No, two, there's not a gay bone in his body. So why do people want to lie about that? Why do people want to change the narrative of a bet he made with me to hurt him? He said. So this is a post from Meek. This a game I started from prison. We used to make unalivers do bunny hops when they lost because it was too hostile for money. This be us. I'm gonna get Ruben to bunny hop for me, okay? LOL. I'm gonna teach him D thing hop. So, let's see. All right, so we're going to move forward. We're not going to watch that. Ruben added that this is the one thing I've learned about, look, I'm just being blunt because it's me. It's the one thing I've learned about Black culture that I don't like is that Black hate on hate. Sick. Okay, so this is his thoughts. These are his opinions. And I want to know who gave him permission to, um, pretty much go in the way that he went in. Um, how is our audio? How is our audio, you all? Let me know what our audio is doing. Um, We are getting bad weather right now, so I just want to make sure that we are tuned in and you all are able to hear me. All right, so now we're going to go on to this next case. I don't know if you all, okay. We're going to go on to this next case, and this is pretty much, actually this is like doing too much. I got to figure out if they can hear me. What are they? What are they? Let me just check and see if y'all are able to hear me. What are they? What are they? Okay, you all are able to hear me perfect. I don't know what's going on my end, but you guys can hear me perfect, and that's great. Okay, because I didn't want y'all to like not get my content. So here we go. Right back into it. So a teenager on a field trip to see a Detroit court ended up in jail, clothes and handcuffs because they just said he didn't like her attitude. During the courtroom visit, the judge noticed the girl falling asleep. The ABC News affiliate reported. He then had the girl change into jail clothes and wear handcuffs, also threatening her with time in juvenile detention before releasing her. So let's go ahead and listen to the audio. Trigger warning.
It was a field trip that ended in handcuffs. A teenager visiting a Detroit courthouse with other students was soon clashing with the judge.
One thing you'll learn about my courtroom is that I am not a toy. I'm not to be played with.
Judge Kenneth King became visibly agitated when the 15-year-old repeatedly fell asleep.
You fall asleep in my courtroom one more time, I'm putting you in the back, understood?
The judge had her removed from court, but he says that failed to fix her, quote, attitude. So then he brought out a jail uniform and handcuffs.
That's not something that normally happens. But I felt compelled to do it because I didn't like the child's attitude.
He even threatened her with jail time to teach her a lesson about behavior.
I'm going to go to sleep tonight while you're sitting in the juvenile detention facility.
Was I really going to do that? Probably not. Could I have? Probably so. But that's not what I want to do to a kid who's there on a field trip.
It was a field trip that ended in handcuffs. A teenager visiting a Detroit court.
Like, why would you do it? And first and foremost, if anybody is cool with this type of rhetoric, and like that was so disgusting. Like, this girl is there on a field trip. She is there to, you know, get the feel of a courtroom. There's no telling if she's been in a courtroom before. And you don't know what people are going through. And if memory serves me correctly on this story, I believe the mother had come out and they, I guess were from pillar to post. They didn't have a home of their own. And not having a home of your own can be stressful in itself because you have to go by people's rules. And, if they want the air on, then the air is going to be on. If they don't want the air on, then it's not going to be on. So it's like different things that you have to go through. But let's get into these comments. Someone said she was on a field trip and he was on a power trip. He should have just woke her up. He didn't know what she did the night before. Maybe she has trouble sleeping. Who knows? But she didn't deserve that kind of treatment. Absolutely. Someone says, what the L? This is the ABUSE, a power that is a child. Why not see why she's so tired? People need to realize that there are folks who are homeless and their children do not have the luxury of a bed. So I think the judge should have spoken with the team first to get an idea of what was going on with her. Absolutely. The judge's attitude is far more disturbing. Absolutely. And why does he hold that position? They sit up there and they think that they're gods and things like that. I think that some of the judges take their position way too far. They think that they're God. God can't be mocked. Backstory. Someone says the girl and her mother are homeless. Mother stated, yes, she was tired. That's when certain people should not have unlimited power. They tend to go overboard. Absolutely. Shake my head. Power tripping, embarrassing her in front of the class and now the world. Shaking my head. and come to find out the little girl and her mother are homeless. Her mother stated, which is why she was tired. So, what are y'all thoughts on that? Do y'all have any thoughts on it? Hey, boo, how are you? Rome Shaker is in here. Listen here, she is a content creator over in the beef sector. She's back. Go ahead and get her. Go ahead and go over to her channel and like it. We have House of Queens TV up in here. We've got Norris Tony up in here. Yeah, he was doing too much. Absolutely, way too much. Abuse of power. And it was given like the young lady is traumatized. I mean, she's in school. At least she's getting her education. You know, if she wasn't at school, you know, it would be a problem, right? Homeless and still making it to school. Get into that. And we got North Tony in here as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and drop that story down, and then we're going to bring up another story. So this other story really stuck out to me as well. Um, this guy is on top of a power trip. This guy is definitely on a power trip. Is that hail? I think we're having a hailstorm. Okay, let me get into this content, y'all. Ball alert reported Trump slams windmills. They're unaliving bald eagles and running our land.
Instead of playing this game with wind that is ruining everything, killing all your birds, destroying the fields, all these gorgeous fields. You got windmills all over the place, and you have birds. You want to see a bird cemetery? Just go under a windmill. You see thousands of birds dead. The bald eagle, if you kill an eagle, they put you in jail for years. And yet these windmills knock them out like nothing. Instead of playing this game with wind that is ruining everything, killing all your birds, destroying the fields, all these gorgeous fields. You got windmills all over the place, and you have birds. You want to see a bird cemetery? Just go under a windmill. You see thousands of birds dead. The bald eagle, if you kill an eagle, they put you in jail for years. And yet these windmills knock them out like nothing. Instead of playing this game with wind that is ruining everything, killing all your birds, destroying the fields, all these gorgeous fields. You got windmills all over the place, and you have birds. You want to see a bird cemetery? Just go under a windmill. You see thousands of birds dead.
Listen here, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's get into this because this is so unacceptable. One thing about Trump, he'll windmill the hell out of a question. Someone, oh, Claudia, her comment got deleted. So a lot of these comments are hidden. Keep talking, please. Y'all kept saying Biden was showing signs of early Alzheimer's. Sheet. He's sabotaging his own campaign, and I am loving it. Where the man who threw the shoe at George Bush, and the black Trump supporters got this guy's back because of what now? Child. That's y'all man, and you're sticking beside him, huh? Republicans have to be embarrassed at this point. Dear Junior, Ivanka, Eric Trump, Tiffany Trump, and Barron Trump, one of y'all need to come get your daddy. Okay. Listen here, please come and get him because it's so much going on. Let's get up into the comments and see what y'all are saying. House of Queens TV says, so are we going to let Bambi stay outside? Am I the only one to hear her barking? Do we need to get our ears checked? Thank you. Help me, help us, please, y'all. Okay, someone says, knowing that the mother and a daughter are homeless, I wonder how he feel now his decision that he made. He probably don't feel no way about it. And you know what? It's so sad, but some men they just have an issue with women in general. I mean, whether if it's an adult, if it's a child, I mean, some people that's just their nature. They want to be in control. They want to make somebody feel less than. They want to take somebody's power away. and it seems like he needs to go sit on somebody's couch because what in the blazing bejesus? What would encourage him to go after a child? I get that, like if it was an adult in court and they supposed, like, okay, that's understandable. Like, you were supposed to be here, this, that, and the third. They would have more responsible. But how are you putting more responsible on this girl? It didn't feel right. It didn't look right, and it wasn't right. We have a homeless epidemic in my state. I don't care about no damn bald eagle and some windmills. That particular part, like we have people out here homeless. We have people out here that are malnourished, that are not getting the nutrition that they need, people that are not getting the mental health services that they need. We have people, like you said, homelessness. I mean, there's a plethora of other things that we could be, complaining about. But this dude, like you said, is talking about some windmills and some bald eagles. Okay. But we're not going to talk about the eagles that he was grabbing back in the day. Okay. Get into that. Now there was another story that had come across my desk, and I decided to cover this story. So without further ado, this young lady, she's from Africa, and there's a whole tradition.
Is such a common African practice that I absolutely hate. I saw my dad doing it, and I don't even know any of my extended family. I saw him doing it with his brothers, with his sisters, with his grandparents, parents, like everyone in the family. As long as you have a job, they expect you to share that money accordingly, and that is just something I will not be participating in it. I already knew I would never participate in this. Like, how do you come and tell me, oh, my kids are starving? Yeah, they're starving because you're fucking lazy. Get off your ass, get a job, and feed your kids. And also, there's this one like extended family member of ours, and she used to ask my dad for money, and she texted me, and she asks me for money. You've been asking my dad for money since before I was born. I was raised, I grew up. Now you're asking me for money. You lazy son of a bitch. I'm not fitting your habits. I'm not fit. Clearly, you're too lazy to be alive. I will let you starve. The fuck?
Listen here. Y'all listen. Influencer Elsa Majimbo puts the common African practice of sending money back home to relatives on blast. Says that is something I'm never participating in. Shout out to It's On Site. She says that she's definitely not having it with the common African practice of sending money to extended family back home in Africa. Elsa says it's just laziness and that relatives needs to get a job instead of being dependent. Click, do you agree or do you think it's your responsibility to help less fortunate family members aboard? Let's get into these comments. I'm holding my father and family down in Haiti as long as I got it. Someone says, I saw a video about this lady who had been sending money to her brother to build a home. She got there and it was a pile of dirt. She was crying in the rain. Laying in the dirt is disbelief. Oh, wow. Let's normalize saying no to family, especially family that only reach out for money. I agree with that. This is literally a problem in many households. All the family needs to hear is that you're getting money and all their problems are somehow now yours. Absolutely. I've been there, done that. How much perfume she gonna put on? Somebody says. And God forbid their son marries and provides for his wife and kids. Then the whole family is upset and doing witchcraft to break up the relationship. Oh, never mind. Y'all not ready for that conversation. Get into it. Get into it. Get into it. This baby said, I was broke before and I ain't going back. The answer is not no, but hell no. Okay. Saying no is powerful. Absolutely. And it's saying no is this boundaries. And like I told y'all, people be trying to get over on you. People be trying to take your kindness for a weakness. Sometimes you just got to stand up and say no. As y'all know, I just had to say no the other day. I had to say no the other day. I had to say no. But I understand that in some cultures that's what you do. And I know like many cultures, many cultures, okay? It's a lot of families that send their money back home to Mexico. See, yes, because our money here is worth more in those other countries, you know. So it's like really you putting them ahead. And I think in Africa they pay their rent for 1 year, so it's not like us over here in the U.S. like rent or mortgage like every month. No, I believe in some parts of Africa, if not all Africa, you just pay it one time. Yeah, you just pay it one time. All right, so there was another story that did get me as well. And this particular story is going to be, oh my goodness. Okay, so right back to this gentleman. So let me pause that. Okay, so back to this gentleman. Okay, so what happened was this gentleman is out here totally disrespecting women. And remember, I was saying about the Eagles and stuff. Now, this particular guy is now pretty much making Amber Rose look like an odd job, right? Okay, it's storming here, so you all just let me know if you can hear me. Let me go ahead and play this clip, and you all tell me what you think.
Many of your allies who want you to win in November say your current strategy isn't working, that you need to stop with the personal attacks on Kamala Harris and deliver a more disciplined message. Do you agree?
People don't know who she is. As far as the personal attacks, I'm very angry at her that she'd weaponized the justice system against me and other people. Very angry at her. I think I'm entitled to personal attacks. I don't have a lot of respect for her. I don't have a lot of respect for her intelligence. And I think she'll be a terrible president.
Many of your allies who want you to win in November say your current strategy.
Now, listen here. It's so interesting that a guy with his reputation, a guy that's whole that did him and his dad didn't rent to black people. Um it's just so much, and a lot of people be like, oh well, I got black friends. That is another way for you saying, hey, and I can be racist too. You know, I don't know. It feels a way to me. It's not a compliment. Oh, I got black friends. Like, no, I'm not your friend, and I'm not who you think I am. I think that individuals, they have a choice to be like this. They have a choice. It's a choice. You know, y'all want to say, oh, black people this, black people that. We're Some of us are getting our therapies and getting our stuff. Y'all need some therapy and y'all need to get y'all stuff together. Because just as well as we were, slaves back then and there, some those plantation owners and stuff like that, their offsprings are out here with us. Some people don't want to talk about it, but I am. Trump speaks on making personal attacks on VP Kamala Harris, though some Republicans would like him to move forward with a different strategy. Thoughts? Absolutely. I wish that he would move on and just give it up. She's black and a woman, and she shouldn't be running for president, is what he really wants to say. Never trust anyone who lips look like, oh, child, look like the equal sign. Tell me you just jealous AB without telling us you're a jealous AB. Oh my God, Claudia, go sit down. Macy Gray jumps up in here and says, we know you're terrible. Whew. Dr. Heavenly says, this burns my soul. Ain't no white man sitting in my face saying he not respecting no black woman think he getting my vote. The people that always saying she's not black, do you? Y'all do know he is insulting her intelligence because of the color of her skin, right? Because educationally, she has more education than him, as well as experience in government than him. Guess what? If he loses, he is going to federal prison. This election is a fight for his freedom. Let's send him to prison. Vote blue. Now, what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that he's just over the moon doing the most? I mean, he just out of work. I just like if I was in front of him, I would probably just want to like shake him up, like, dude, like just back out, go get on the beach, like go golfing, you know, go golfing. Let's get into it. You and your family be safe. Yes, 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 yes. It was the ice was coming down. Let's see. We just had a 4.4 earthquake yesterday. Oh my goodness. Listen here. Was it? Oh my goodness. That that right there. Oh, I don't know. See, I like. I would like to visit California like one day, but child, I don't know. They have too many earthquakes for me. That's what politicians do, attack each other to get on top. Absolutely. And I get that it's a game, it's the back and forth, and it's, oh my God, let me bring up your past, let me bring up this, let me bring up that. Yeah, go ahead and go at it. But when you are just simply not making sense and you're really just making a fool out of yourself, it's it's crazy. It's crazy to me. Um, there was another story that really stuck out to me. Let's see. Oh my goodness. So listen here. If y'all did not go to my community wall, go to my community wall and check out a post that I had put. I'm gonna be working on Tiffany Henyard. I'll be working on this Kirk Franklin interview with Cam Newton, and it was like almost 3 hours. I was so shocked. I was surprised. And I feel like in this time and era, I feel like some of our people could use that information or whatever. But let's get into this next story. So, this next story that had come across my desk was a mother catches her son wearing a shiesty ski mask. Go put it the F upstairs right the F now. Shout out to our friends over at the Neighborhood Talk. Damn, she put an end to that quick and ate him up. Thoughts? Well, listen here. Let's listen and you give your thoughts.
Take that off your face now. Where'd you get that from?
Okay.
Go put it the fuck upstairs right the fuck now. You look stupid.
All right.
Fucking two shiesty mask on. Pissing me off.
Well, child, I guess he heard that. Someone says this is what the youth needs. This kind of parenting, black, white, Hispanic, it don't matter. All parents need to take note, no nonsense parenting for win. Okay? Listen here. Save your kids or discipline your kids, save your kids because the street and the systems, they've got a place for them. They've got a place for them. Okay? Get into it, Lil Woody. Get me. Someone says he did it with the quickness parenting done right. Let's give him credit too. He listened and obeyed with respect. Okay, listen here. Bring back this kind of parenting, please, ASAP. Someone says his only response was, "Okay, that right there let me know Mama don't play." Okay, because listen here, listen. I'm telling you, that stuff, I mean, just trying to be a hardcore gangster. And I feel like this younger generation, they feel like that is cool. I mean, look at this YSL trial. You got people out here doing too much. Okay. Now get into this. Speaking of doing too much, our friends at It's On Site has something to say. But let me get into these comments before we do. All right. House of Queens TV says, I can't wait till Tiffany get locked up. Absolutely, because he could have potentially been unalive. And listen here, mistaken identity and things like that. It's so many things that goes on. And listen here, when you talk about the young generation like that, it be older guys that be in the game and they look at them as their proteges. Oh, I could just have little man do my dirty work for me or sell this or sell that. They do that. People are out there doing that. There was a video just the other day of and y'all be careful watching children. It was two vehicles that pulled up in a neighborhood and tried to get these white boys. I mean, it was all boys. They pulled over and wanted to rile those boys and get them in that vehicle and do whatever they were going to do with them. But let's get into this. Retired MMA fighter arrested after powing a man in the head as alleged payback for his son's unalivement. Shout out to our friends over at It's On Site. Lumumba, okay. Lumumba Sayers Sr. had unalivement on the mind when he went to a child's pool party and powed a man in the head at close range in Commerce City, Colorado. The 46-year-old MMA fighter was charged with first-degree unalivement and felony menacing charges for the unaliving of a 28-year-old Malcolm Watson, who Sayers Sr. believed had a hand in the unalivement of his 23-year-old son, Lumumba Sayers Jr., according to reports. Witnesses had stated the unaliver's son had been unalived about a year ago by a friend of the deceased, and this unalivement was probably in retaliation or revenge. The arrest affidavit states, however, a 24-year-old man named Tyrell Braxton was charged with Sayers Jr.'s murder, but the charges were later dismissed. No word on what the relationship between the victim and Braxton was. After retiring from mixed martial arts, Sayers Sr. became an active member of his community. He often spoke out about POW violence and advocated for change through his Heavy Hands, Heavy Hearts Foundation and the Gloves Up, POWs Down. Get your hands up in the hood movement, according to Larry Brown, Sports.com. Now he's being held on a $1 million bond at Adams County Detention Center facility. He has a court appearance on August the 15th. So he went to court today. Someone says, oh, well, free him. When I find out who unalived my son and justice don't get served, I'll most likely do the same thing. Don't care how long I'll sit in jail. I will walk right up point blank and get my own justice. I pray I don't have to take a year, but my patience is running very slim with the police solving my son's unalivement. I will sit down for the rest of my life before I knowingly get away with taking my baby away from me. Justice for Craig. Oh my goodness. All right, someone says free him. Someone says free that man, or let's start a GoFundMe for his books so he is at least comfy. Did what he was supposed to. I'm gonna take your soul about my folks too. A temporary insanity free him. So nobody was charging his son's unalignment since the other guy's case was dismissed. Free him. Things like this should be understood. What are y'all thoughts about it? That's like a parent's worst nightmare. Just like getting that phone call or getting the news that, somebody has taken your baby away from you. It's never okay to go out and take somebody's life. I mean, I just don't agree with it. Oh, and here's that video that I was just telling y'all about. So I'm going to read the comments and then we'll go ahead and tap into this video. All right. House of Queens TV says he's an MMA fighter. He didn't have to pow him. Come on now. Like I said, he's a fighter. Absolutely. But his hands was registered. So it would have been the same thing. Why not use your hands? But I guess maybe he just wanted a quick out, like one done. The father lost a son. I can't tell him how to react in this moment. Absolutely. I mean, the pain stays with you, and you know that somebody took your child's life, and then they get to walk around and be free. It's like, why do they get to be free? And I'm over here, I'm going through this, I'm depressed, I'm having S thoughts, I'm grieving, I can't eat, I can't sleep, I'm paranoid. You just don't know. It's understandable. I understand him and I overstand his thought process. Um, House of Queens TV says, I understand what people saying in the comments, but we're not God. Thank you. Thank you. So listen here. What I was discussing earlier is this right here.
This morning, as kids across the country head back to school, a warning for parents everywhere.
I heard screaming and I thought, and I could hear commotion outside.
You see in this door camera video first obtained by ABC affiliate WFAA, the moment apparent kidnappers tried to take a group of 9-year-old boys. Gina Skolnick, the mother of 2 of the boys, telling us her kids were having a play date at her house when 2 vehicles pulled up near them. Her son Zachary sounding the alarm.
So we get onto the sidewalk and we try to skip past, and I hear the drivers telling my friends to get into their car.
The boys taking off, running and screaming.
I was the first one at the door screaming, someone's trying to kidnap us. Someone's trying to kidnap me!
Moments later, you see someone in a white t-shirt and shorts get out of a white SUV running after her son, Jonathan. Jonathan says the man was calling to him, trying to lure him into the SUV.
He said, there's a football player in the back of the car. And then he said, get in the back of the car. And I said, I'm sorry, I look up the strange, and I ran away.
The suspect noticing Skolnick with a cell phone camera in her hand, leaving the scene, but not before she was able to get a picture of the license plate. And just miles away earlier that morning, another near kidnapping caught on camera. In this security video, you see a teenage girl hiding behind a neighbor's car, trying to avoid being taken by a man. That car belongs to Shane Burke, who says the teenager came to his door for help.
She said that somebody that she didn't know had been following her, kind of gawking at her, staring at her, making her feel uncomfortable. She was extremely shook up.
Experts encouraging parents to talk to their kids about safety as a new school year begins.
Children should be very wary of strangers that are in a car approaching them. We know that the vast majority of attempted abductions and successful abductions use a vehicle. We know that the perpetrators are using the same lures, like asking for directions, looking for a lost puppy, or having candy. And so parents need to be talking to their children about identifying these risky situations and knowing how to avoid them.
The brothers with a message to other children.
Just scream. We are very lucky and we're very grateful.
This morning, as kids across the country head back.
Okay, now listen here. We have definitely have to watch out for our children. If you can't drop them off and pick them up, House of Queens TV said, this is very, very scary. I hope the MFers are caught. There are a lot of sick, demonic people in this world. Yes. So the mother was able, so she, the boy said, somebody's trying to kidnap us. So she got out her cell phone and she was able to get a picture of that tag number, but it was 2 vehicles. So it was 2 vehicles, but she only got 1 tag number. But thank God that the little boy, had enough sense to be like, no, I'm not doing that. And whether if he liked football or not, he didn't choose football that day, All right. So there were some more stories. Okay. There were some more stories that I wanted to report on. Let's see. There was Miss, what's her name? Oh, here's the young lady. Okay, remember I told y'all earlier about the young lady that was, her mom was homeless. Her mom was homeless and she had fell asleep in court, right? So this is the young lady. This is the girl right here. So it says, mother of the Detroit teen handcuffed for sleeping in court speaks out, says it was due to them not currently having a permanent home. Shout out to our friends over at the Shade Room. Roomies, according to Detroit Press, the mother of the teen placed in handcuffs and jail jumpsuit for sleeping in the courtroom, provided reasoning as to why her daughter, Eva Goodman, was so tired. Eva's mother, LaTroya Teal, explained that their family doesn't have a permanent home, causing Eva to be tired after a late night. We have to bounce around currently because we don't have a permanent address. And so the particular night we got in kind of late. And usually when she goes to work, she's up and planting trees or being active. Eva, who works with a nonprofit, was not only escorted out, but she remained outside the courtroom for 2 hours before Judge King brought her back and criticized her, even asking her peers if she should be jailed. Although King defended his actions as a determined, Till believes her daughter, a good and responsible teen, didn't deserve such treatment. The family is now consulting with a lawyer. Honey, ain't gonna be homeless no more. Okay? Ain't gonna be homeless no more, girl. Shall look at Chelsea Alana. She says, "Look at God. I smell a lawsuit and a new home for your family. Someone get for the people on the line, child." Okay. Yes. Child, let's go over there and follow for the people. How about that? Okay. Um, okay. Uh-oh. Let's go ahead and follow for the people. Okay. And get into that. All right, let me pull this back down and let's get back up into the story. Let's get back up into the story. Hopefully I did not lose my spot. I lost my spot. Okay. It's okay. So pretty much we were at that story. So that was pretty much that. So people of course sounded off in the comments. Now there was another story that I thought that was I had the Miss Tina Knows story. No, this was a story. Okay. So speaking of money, right? This like falls right into place. Okay, so there was this couple that had went out and they went gambling and they won, right? They won about $3,000. Now check this story out. Two men arrested in connection with a couple who was piled in ambush at their home after winning $3,000 at a casino. Shout out to our friends over at the neighborhood talk. Says neighbors, a Florida couple had a frightening encounter with a set of robbers who followed them home from a casino. According to multiple reports, Kim Chambliss and her boyfriend Val De La Cruz were at the Seminole Hard Rock Casino in Tampa, Florida, when they won $3,000. $3,000, guys. Keep that in mind. After returning home, the couple was ambushed with gunfire. Before they could even open the door, Kim was piled in the calf but managed to make it inside while her boyfriend lay on the ground after being piled in both his legs. The attack was captured on Ring camera. One of the robbers covered the camera, but the pair ran off once a neighbor came outside to see what the commotion was. Tristan Wright and Marcus Jenkins were arrested in connection to the attack. Wright received attempted unalivement charges and will appear in court Thursday. That was what, today? A rule of thumb is, so someone says, a rule of thumb was taught early on by my grandmother. If you win anything more than 500 or 1,000, stay at the hotel of the casino overnight. Do not drive home. Absolutely, because you can afford a room. You can afford a room. You can afford a room. Someone says, thank God they're still here. Shah Santiago says, doing this in general is alarming, but for 3K is aberrant. Get it together, people. Over $3,000. 3,000. Y'all did that for 3K. Getting attempted unalivement charge over 3K as well. Hope it was worth it, child. Get into it.
These are the terrifying moments when a couple was ambushed in their own driveway, both of them shot by masked men demanding money. The chilling doorbell video capturing Val De La Cruz, who was shot in both legs, pleading with the suspects, standing over him with two guns. One of them covers the camera. A neighbor came outside and the men ran back to the car and drove away.
I can't even sleep.
Dela Cruz is in unbearable pain, unable to walk. Doctors say it could be 6 months. And his girlfriend, Kim Chambliss, was shot in her calf. The couple says Thursday, August 1st, started off as their monthly date night.
We don't get to do it often just because we both work extremely hard.
The couple capped off the night at the Hard Rock Casino. Val joked he needed to win money back from dinner and drinks.
I hit and I got a jackpot. And, I was dancing.
Not once to press their luck, the couple cashed out with about $3,000 and drove home to Riverview. Investigators say these two men, Marcus Jenkins and Tristan Wright, were watching them the These are the terrifying moments when a couple was ambushed in their own driveway, both of them shot.
Okay, now get into this. That was just so pathetic, and like $3,000. And then the man said that, he was doing his happy dance. I mean, as he should. As he should. He owns the right to that happy dance. He put that money up in that machine. He put his hard-earned money up in there. Probably was his money. It don't matter. It was his. But those winnings had nothing to do with you both. So, $3,000. And when did y'all get caught? Like, who raised y'all? Like, for the love of money. We'll get into this. Let me read some of these comments and then we'll go ahead and push through. All right. I fear that when I go to the casino, yeah, I do. You know what? Now, no, this just makes me know, like, when I do hit it big at the casino or whatever the case may be, definitely stay at the casino. If we won more than 500 or 1,000, well, 1,000 to, over $1,000. Yeah, I'm going to stay at the casino. Like over 1,000. Casino. Child. Yes. Get into that. House of Queens TV says, if I win big, I'm parking in front of the police station, honey. Yes. Listen here, honey. Current day, you just never know who's in on the plot, child, because, not trying to say nothing, but you get what I'm saying, honey. Our best bet is just to stay at that casino. Okay. Let's just agree that we're going to stay at that casino. Now, speaking of agreeing, child, listen, Miss Tina Knowles and hold on. Yeah, Miss Tina Knowles and Richard are over. It's officially over. Now, check this out, child. It's officially over. Tina Knowles ordered to pay Richard Lawson $300,000 in divorce, child. Now, get up into this because the neighborhood talk gave us the tea. Neighbors, it's officially over for Tina Knowles and her estranged husband, Richard Lawson, according to In Touch Weekly. Child, when I heard this and this had come out, I said, you won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. I think Beyonce did that song for mama because she knew that her mama was going through that divorce. I didn't quit my job. You ain't getting nothing. So it went down to $300,000 because y'all already know Miss Tina Knowles. She can sew. She can whip it up, right? But get into this. Whew. The ex-couple has come to a settlement that satisfies both sides. Okay. In the court docs, the parties claim they want to split due to irreconcilable differences that have arisen between the parties, which have led to the irredeemable breakdown of the marriage, making it impossible for the parties to live together as husband and wife. Okay. Now listen here. Tina will reportedly have to pay Richard a one-time payment of $300,000. Neither will have to pay spousal support. Tina was awarded a 2018 Tesla, a 2020 Bentley, the Matriarch book deal, the Penguin Random House, a 1% interest in Kirby Beauty Management, LLC, furniture and artwork in her possession, and all creative works, ideas, drafts, and other materials generated by Tina during the marriage. She also has to cover all credit card debts she accumulated during the marriage. Tina also gets to keep her LA property and all her belongings inside the home. Richard was awarded a 2021 Cadillac Escalade, several bank and retirement accounts, all money owed to Richard Lawson Studios, any royalties earned, and all creative works he came up with during the union. He also had to pay for everything regarding the Cadillac. The divorce settlement also mentions that both parties have to sign an NDA statement. Now, listen here. Beyonce said, if you want to party with the queen, you're going to have to sign a non disclosure. Okay. Now, he partied with Miss Tina in her bedroom. Okay. Get into it. So, an NDA statement that neither of them can speak negatively about the other or their children or grandchildren with respect to the mutual desire to protect the privacy rights of any and all present or future grandchildren of either party. The parties agree that they will not, when asked by any media or person, discuss said grandchildren or future grandchildren, whether verbally or in writing. Glad they were able to work this out. Thoughts, neighbors? Child Storm Monroe says, I think older people just need to live separately and do drive-bys because a divorce in my 60s is crazy, child. You just got to do what you got to do. Using ring off is crazy, honey. Damn, Mama Tina. Someone says, according to my sources, never mind. But why ain't he the one that? Never mind. He said, I'm leaving here with something. Okay, two different men. Who's the problem? Oh, okay. That's Beyonce's mama. That's like 500, right? Okay. They have a non disparagement clause that prohibits them both from speaking illy about each other, their children, and spouses. More people need this. I know B cashed out mama, period. B signed off on that check ASAP. Ain't nothing. Okay. Wait, she has to pay? You iggas are the new housewives, I swear. Richard, take this $3 and move. Okay. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Well, listen here. That child, I mean, it is what it is. When it just don't work, it just don't work. And why stay in something if it's just not gonna work for you? Um, House of Queens TV says, I'm so glad she's not with my baby daddy anymore. Ooh, you like Richard Lawson. Richard Lawson is actually, he is a handsome man. I'm not gonna lie to you, older gentleman, but he's definitely handsome. He's easy on the eyes, easy to look at, even to be with, and girl, House of Queens TV gonna get me in trouble. She says, if you watched some of their interviews, she never did respect him. She talked over him. She really allowed him to speak his mind, just controlling. Oh wow. Well, I did watch an interview and it was like one where she was like something and she was like something and it was like, huh? And yeah, I saw that interview. I don't recall which one it was. Shout out to Messenger for the Army Angels. Listen, I did put the link in the chat if you all want to come up and just kind of give you a little 2 cents on the topics. And if you don't, that is perfectly fine. We'll go ahead and conclude this broadcast. I did put up a poll. I will go ahead and check that as I link for you all. And also, I was about to say celebrity members. So celebrity royal members, make sure you all are checking the community wall, because if you are a royal member, I do give you early access to the show where you can be backstage if you did want to come up. Now, the poll said, are you here for 50% says the content, child. 10% says to get some tea. 10% says to hear these celeb stories. And 30% says I'm here to support. Oh my goodness. The support is real. And I appreciate you all for it. All right. So if we don't have anybody coming up, I think that this will be a perfect time to segue out of this broadcast, I want to thank you so much for coming by and supporting the Queen Tulsa show. Is the phone line available? Yes, the phone lines are available here. Let me go ahead and bring up the phone lines. And actually, I need to incorporate the phone lines into this show whenever I'm doing celebrity topics. Okay, let me see. Okay, here I go. All right, let me go ahead and bring up this backdrop that has our number on. And let me make sure we are connected. All right, the phone lines. Are the phone lines available? All right. I'm putting the phone line together now. Yeah, and please come up and sound off on these beautiful topics here. Let me put up our screen with the number. All right. Let me see. All right. Did I get my backdrop? Okay, there's the backdrop. There's the call-in number. The number is available to call in. All right, let me check the comments right quick. Yes, wasn't this some interesting topics? Okay, I'm going to call in. All right. Yes. These were some very interesting topics. All right. Greetings. Thank you for calling the Queen Tulsa Show. We are live.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I want to start off on the kids part because that's like very, very scary. In the state that I stay in, California, we stay close to the border, and it's a lot of that going around in our area. So I would people that do come in, even the Bush babies, the people that come in the replay game, that have children or grandchildren. Please keep your children safe because people are going back to school, and I don't understand why. Okay, if the parents could be working, start a group where you can have a carpool where the kids don't have to walk to school because everybody not have cars and you can't catch the bus to school. So try to come up with something where the kids don't have to walk home from school because they're walking home alone and they're not always walking in groups. So we need to come up with a plan for our children to keep them safe because if this would have been wrong, we don't never know they would have came back alive, harmed, or anything, and they would have been trauma for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely. And you know what?
That's very, very scary.
I wonder if that lady is going to put her children through like therapy or counseling because, I mean, it was 2 vehicles that had pulled up. And when I tell you, they were ready. And remember that
they were going to take all those children, not just the 2 little boys, but they were going to take all of them. I think it was like down the street or maybe they circled the block and then came back. So like you have 2 vehicles, not 1, but 2 vehicles scouting for children. That's a plot, and they're plotting, and they have done this for a long time, maybe, but they have not got caught. Because it's not normal for 2 vehicles. It's common for 1, but 2 vehicles, they absolutely are trafficking children.
Absolutely. And do you remember? And you all, this is House of Queens TV on the line. You all make sure you follow her page. Remember a while back in Philly, it was a lot of Black and brown children that had come up missing.
Absolutely.
And then like those white vans. Remember those white vans? We got to be careful.
Yes. And you also remember a few years ago when they had that little company Wayfair, what's it called, Wayfair, where they were saying that if you put in how much money that a dining table costs, that's how much really a child would cost. And they had that link to them for a long time.
Yes. I do remember that.
And this world is just demonic. And it's like when they get caught, they're going to get a bond, and then they might just go on the road and just disappear and not go back to court and be responsible for their actions because they will get a bond. And I don't understand that you get do certain crimes and you get a bond. I think people that do certain crimes should never get a bond.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, listen here. Um, thank you for calling in and thank you for always sounding off and supporting. Let the people know where they can follow you.
You can find me at House of Queens TV, my YouTube channel, and also House of Queens TV, my Instagram page.
Okay, so that was House of Queens TV that's on the screen, and then give us your Instagram one more time.
House of Queens TV.
Okay, so it's the same House of Queens TV on Instagram. If you all want to reach out to her, and connect, collab, she's definitely up for it. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for letting me call in.
Oh, you are so welcome. This show is for the people, and thank you as the people. If it wasn't for you, who would be watching? Okay.
Have a wonderful night. Be safe, you and your family.
You as well on purpose.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, we have Miss Barbara here on the panel. Hey, Miss Barbara, how you doing?
Hello, darling. I just want to explain to y'all about the Democratic Party, okay? Because I'm in the ghetto of New York City, right? And for 30 years, I lived in Tompkins County, Ithaca, New York, where the Klansmen live, where the rich folks live. I lived there because I was placed there by the United States government, okay? Some kind of program, let's just say that. All right. Now, let me explain something to y'all. The Democrats are robbing and depleting the ghettos of America with fake programs, fake medical care, etc., etc.
Oh, so Miss Barbara.
Yes.
So it's like certain conversations that they be tripping on.
Oh, yeah,
How about
yeah.
yeah,
What's the
no,
do's and
I think
don'ts?
you have great ideas, but like when we start talking about things like this, let's have a conversation beforehand. So you know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right, because
But
I'm
no,
not even trying to give an idea. I was just trying to explain, Tulsa, how the ghetto is suffering. Okay, how food is unaffordable, how rent is unaffordable, Tulsa. Why is rent in New York City $4,000 and $6,000 and $7,000 a month? Okay, in the ghettos. This is in the ghetto, not even like on 40 something street where it's 10,000 and 12,000 and 15,000 and
got you.
32,000 a month. So something got to give. We
Did you
got
watch any of the topics tonight on the show?
I seen you had Trump up there, and I seen you trying to say something about the bald eagles that need to be saved. These windmills need to be taken down if they are destroying bald eagles and birds. They need to be taken down. They're useless.
Okay. What about the other topics? How do you feel about Miss Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson divorcing?
They never should have got married. She treated him like a clown from day one. Miss Knowles treated him like a clown from day one. He was quite embarrassed when they did interviews.
Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
Hmm?
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying she never respected that man like she respected Beyonce's father. She's still in love with that man.
Wow, that's a good point. Let me ask you this. Did you see the young lady that was in court and the judge put her in a jumpsuit and put her in handcuffs?
I'm sorry, I was telling my daughter I was on live. Go ahead. What you say, darling?
Oh, did you see the young lady? Until your daughter said hello. Hey, Dior.
Hey.
Good to see you. Listen.
Hear you. How y'all doing?
She just did her hair. She's half naked, or I will show you her.
Oh, okay. So no, on the okay, so Beyonce, so you saying that Beyonce's mom, Mrs.
She never stopped loving her husband, Beyonce's father.
Matthew.
Yeah, she never stopped loving him.
Wow. Oh, okay. So the young girl that was in the Detroit court, that judge had put her in handcuffs and put her in a jail jumpsuit because she had fell asleep in court. Did you see that story yet?
No. No, I didn't see
Okay.
none. It's a lot of terrible stories out about these judges and stuff going on, man.
Yeah, we discussed it tonight. So, Miss Barbara, you're gonna definitely have to catch the replay.
All right, darling. I often do. I catch all your replays.
Oh, but
Yes, I
listen,
do.
we got to plan it to where we can do hot topics together. I think that would be so fun.
Yes, yes. You are the next thing coming out, girl. Can't wait till you get it together.
Let's do it. I'm serious. Like, if we were to do, Miss Barbara, if me and you was to get up here and do celebrity news, like
What?
maybe for an hour or something, and really give our opinions, the
I'm
people
your
will really.
slave. I'm your slave. You got me, girl. Put me to work. I'm your slave.
No, don't say that.
I am. I am. I'm your slave. Put me to work. Look how long I worked for Unconscious. I'm put on here to help my queens and kings. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, you like it? I love it. But
Yeah.
no, Dior, um,
Oh,
I
you
just
gotta
wanted
get with her. No, you gotta get my daughter. You gotta FaceTime my daughter. When you get a hold of my daughter and see that she's a golden nugget, girl, maybe you could get to her because, baby, when you hear
Yeah.
her music, I'm not saying it because she's my daughter, because I criticize everybody. Don't nobody get a break with me. I'm a fan. Her name is Amor Dior, right? Her music name is Amor Dior. I like Amor Dior, but
Yeah.
Dior, me and her fight all the time. But Amor Dior, her music is phenomenal.
Yeah. Tell where's Dior at right quick?
Okay, hold on.
Because she gonna have to take your phone off, do not disturb or something because
Queen Tulsa is called. Come here. Queen Tulsa, hold on. Hold on, Tulsa.
okay.
I'm gonna let you see your face.
Okay.
Just stand that way. This way, cause you like.
What happened?
Here, she want to see. She want to talk to you.
What happened?
Oh,
Okay.
Dior, I was gonna
Your face.
No, I don't want to show my face right now because
Yeah.
I be looking sideways and crooked on
No,
camera.
you don't.
Yeah, because I don't know which way to look.
Hey boo, I'm here with you.
I see. I don't know which way to look. I'm like cross-eyed and stuff.
No, you're not.
Listen here,
Oh, let me
you're
tell you
beautiful. No, I was going to tell you to take your mother's phone off of do not disturb or something because when I call
Yes, it's
her,
horrible. Nobody could call her to save their life.
yeah. So please help her with that.
The
And
reason
All right,
why
I will.
she needs to tell
I
you.
try all the time.
Tell her the reason why. Nobody.
She's gonna blame it on my daughter.
Believe me, my granddaughter has my phone 24/7. I am going to get her a pad. My daughter left her pad like it was $5, and it was an iPad. Left it like it
yeah.
was junk because she didn't pay for it.
So
So
let me ask you this: is she going to school this year?
she's going to back to music school.
Okay, and y'all are going to be taking her, right?
Oh, you talking about my baby?
No, Dior's baby. Is she going to school to that? Is she
Yeah,
going?
she goes to school every year.
Okay, because no, it's we cover here tonight on Celebrity News that these two young boys, well, it was 9 kids. These adults were in 2 vehicles and they are out on the streets. So just a heads up, just kind of keep your eyes open for unusual activity and behavior.
What do you mean? What do you mean they missing? They got kidnapped? Or what's going on?
It was an attempt on it.
Jesus, I told you, right? The immigrants are so bad in the ghetto. They tried to kidnap my daughter last week, and
Oh,
then
you told me that.
they sleeping in the schoolyard. I walked up here, where Parkchester was, and then where Castle Hill was. This lady was laying in the street masturbating.
Oh no.
Yes, she was masturbating.
Oh no, Miss Barbara. Miss Barbara, you can't be say playing with herself.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What you doing over there? Look, you in your room by yourself now.
No, I'm rolling up.
Listen, should I come back and do like a members only? Would you come on if I do a members only and we
do
do
members
that?
only. Let everybody in, baby.
Let everybody in?
Yeah, let everybody.
You told me not. Okay, you told me not to puff on live.
Nah. I mean, yeah, you don't have to let us see it.
I won't be on camera.
Yeah, just you blink it off when you're smoking. Like like your mentor did. He blinks it off
Okay.
and smoke it, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so how about this? Give me about 30 minutes. I'm gonna schedule another live and we can come back and kick it.
All right, darling. But
Okay.
I want you to help me publicly apologize to somebody.
I'll help you.
Okay. Love Jones, you know.
Love Jones?
Yes,
Yes.
I was on a Miss Messy Spot show,
Uh-huh.
and I made a comment
Well,
that,
listen, Miss Barbara,
you know,
hold on one second, just so we can keep it clear on the show. How about you give me a buzz in about 5 minutes? You got my number. Call me in 5 minutes. Let's talk about it behind the scenes. But
okay,
let the people.
I just wanted to say it was quick. Just wanted to apologize to her because she got 20,000 subscribers and she get 80,000 views. So she would be good for the new TGIF because we gonna have our
Yeah.
own thing going on.
And guess what? She's beautiful. And I love the fact that, she's a young woman and she embraces, her natural,
No, she don't embrace her natural. So we will.
well, she does like
she
well,
don't.
she does like the makeup and stuff, but I'm just
No,
saying like the natural stuff.
horrible makeup and dress.
Oh, no. You said you wanted to apologize to
I
her.
did, but I'm going to tell the truth. I just wanted to apologize, saying that she wouldn't be good to bring views to Storm Monroe, Amon Wiggins. She would be, because them big breasts is getting it, baby. 80,000, 100,000 views. She only got 20,000 subscribers. And another smart thing she do, she don't get rid of nobody. She let you just
No.
learn. She let me stay long enough to learn that she's a winner. That's what I
Yeah.
appreciate about her. And I'm gonna get better. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? I'm not gonna get. When I say the makeup is horrible because she's so damn beautiful, she don't need nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. You understand? And then
Listen.
she need to readjust, stop doing her eyebrows the way she's doing it because she's naturally beautiful. She just need to do them right, like a black woman. You know what I mean? She's just naturally beautiful. And then I think her breasts will look better lifted up a little instead of looking like, an ass that fell down, sweaty underneath, so that's all. I'm just saying, I queen, I
Yeah.
critique all my babies. I critique
Yeah,
all
you
my
do.
queens. I stay around beautiful girls and beautiful women, and I read them. I'll be like, girlfriend, you got to do it this way. Girlfriend, you got to do that way. Girlfriend, that's not the way it go. That's not a queen, sugar. So I'm just gonna be Barbara. That's what an old bitch is
Listen.
supposed to do.
Now, Miss Barbara. Now, did you see that she just launched a book?
Beautiful book,
Yes.
but I think she gives bad advice. But that's for queens, for black queens, maybe peasants could take that advice.
All right. Well, listen, Miss Barbara, let the people know where they can follow you.
Oh, I'm the Underground Railroad. My page is not about money, honey. If you a queen, hit me up. Listen to the messages because it's a job for you to do. Queen Tulsa is going to help me and my daughter with our new page that's going to be about money. We're going to be going to restaurants and giving our views if they discriminate against us. So that's for the future, y'all. But my page is not about money. My page is the Underground Railroad, so you can understand what's going on in the ghettos of America and how we must fight for this coalition of marijuana. My page is to announce that the kings and queens have risen, and we got to save ourselves. We can't beg for nothing. We have to, these politicians are there to help us. We have to save the gang members. Have to get vendor license and be allowed to sell fruits and vegetables on the corners of their ghetto and put the narcotics down. They got to clean up Donald Trump land so we could get the coalition of marijuana.
All right. Well, that's Miss Barbara,
Thank you,
guys. Y'all
baby.
make
I love you.
You are so welcome. And
All
listen,
right.
give me about 5 or 10, then hit me up and
All
then
right,
I'll
yeah,
start the
we gonna
live.
be hitting you up too. I don't know that electronics. You be teaching me a lot, but I'm gonna get better, baby. All right, I'm gonna go back
Okay.
on line.
Okay, babe. All right, that was Miss Barbara, y'all. Shout out to Miss Barbara. She always comes through. She is a pillar in the community and she means well. This concludes our broadcast I want to thank you all for coming out. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and also bring a friend next time and let them know that the celebrity topics be going down. And always remember this, ladies, we need love too. So long.
Say something.